All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's about time we talk about Magic freaking Johnson, guy who's still on my top 5, and I just realized a couple minutes ago I have not covered him at all. So here we go. It's time. We're gonna react to a video by Nonstop. It's how good was Magic Johnson actually, and Nonstop does a good job of showing covering all the essentials about a player. So we're gonna start here, and then later on down the line, we're gonna do some more in-depth stories with Magic Johnson. And in fact, if you can help me out in the comments, you know, maybe shoot me some videos to react to that you'd like to see me react to when it comes to Magic. And yeah, if you want to see the video without my commentary, I'm gonna link it down below as usual. And for all those going along with the ride here, if you'd leave me a like, I'd really appreciate it. It would help the video out. And without further ado, let's do it.
As a 5-time NBA champ, 3-time league MVP, Hall of Famer, and the straw that stirred one of basketball's most famous styles of play, how good was Magic Johnson really?
Damn good.
Humble beginnings. Magic's childhood was far from lavish. He was born in Lansing, Michigan to an assembly worker and a school janitor. Since Magic had 6 siblings and 3 half-siblings.
God, look how much taller he is than everybody. Assuming that's his brother? Wow.
His parents had to work extra hard to provide for the family. Realizing his family needed him, Magic rose to the occasion and often chipped in by joining his father on his garbage collection route. His parents' work ethics were not the only thing to rub off on Magic during his childhood, as he picked up on another integral aspect from their lives: a love for the game of basketball. Magic trained with his dad night and day, teaching him the ins and outs of the sport. Magic was good, real good. It quickly became clear that Magic had a future in basketball and a chance to give his family a better life.
By the way, you guys ever watch, what was the name of that show? I think it was called Showtime. It just came out about a year ago. It had, I think, 2 seasons, and then it fell off, unfortunately. I kind of enjoyed it, but I know a lot of people, ex-Lakers, said it wasn't accurate, but, I mean, of course they said that. I don't know how much is accurate or not, but it was pretty damn entertaining.
9th grader, he shattered the city record for most points in a junior high game by putting up 48. Then as a sophomore, he recorded 36 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists, all in one game.
Wow, let's look at that again.
Sophomore, he recorded 36 points, 18 rebounds, 16 assists, all in one game.
God damn, what an all-around game. It's funny, because I think he actually could have scored a lot more points had he wanted to. Even though he has the most unorthodox jumper I've ever seen in my life, he had the skills.
Was making a name for himself, literally. This triple-double led to a writer from the Lansing State Journal referring to him as Magic for the very first time, and it became one of the most well-known nicknames in sports history. College life.
It's still hard when I see like the Orlando Magic. I think of Magic Johnson just because of the damn name. I kind of feel like he should have been part owner. You know, I would have offered something to him. Be like, hey, you want a piece of this?
Magic still had a ways to go in turning the sport he loved into a way to provide for his family. Even though he was a 2-time All-State selection and a McDonald's All-American in high school, he needed to prove himself all over again at the collegiate level to potentially one day hear his name called at the NBA draft. But being referred to as one of the best players to ever come out of the state of Michigan, Magic had his pick of the litter when it came time to choose a college. He landed on Michigan State after deciding staying close to home was important to him. Magic actually didn't consider this to be a launch pad for the NBA. Instead, he focused on becoming a TV commentator by majoring in communications, which is...
Really? So he always knew he had that personality, and he thought it was gonna make money off the personality instead of the basketball. Then he kind of combined the two.
Isn't all that shocking when you consider his outgoing personality. But his plan B wouldn't hold him back. Magic thrived on the hardwood for the Spartans and quickly became one of college basketball's brightest stars. As a freshman, he averaged 17 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 7.4 assists, and made it to the March Madness Elite 8. Sophomore year, he put up nearly identical numbers, but this time, he led Sparty all the way to a national title. It was the most watched college basketball game ever.
Yeah, Bird's still a little sour about that one. I mean, understandably, because he did not shoot good that game, and he admits it. But there's nothing you can do. You can't go back. But that was a hell of a game. I've actually seen that game. I don't know if you guys have, but it was a hell of a game.
Magic outdueled Larry Bird and was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. A star is born. Magic's rookie season ended up being one for the books, but first, he had to make the league. After dominating college basketball for 2 seasons, Magic decided to enter the 1979 NBA Draft. Possessing such a unique skill set for someone standing at 6'9" and coming off a national title, it was no surprise that Magic went number 1 overall. And while top picks usually join organizations who have fallen on tough times, he was drafted by the Lakers. The Lakers were coming off 3 straight playoff appearances and only had the first pick as compensation for losing a free agent a few years earlier.
Okay, I was just about to ask, how the heck did the Lakers get the first pick? But yeah, okay. That makes sense. Oh, as a Suns fan, that's why it makes me sick that we lost. We traded away our draft picks until, was it 20? I think it's like the next 4 years or five years to get Beal. Because you can get a Wemby out of that. You know, you can get a Magic out of that. You can get a real star out of that. But we tried to win now. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about the Suns. Here we go.
But being the number 1 pick and playing in a city like LA for a team consistently reaching the postseason, there were sky-high expectations for Magic. The pressure didn't faze Magic one bit. He managed to live up to those and then some. As a rookie, he averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists.
Imagine that. His numbers actually went up from college. And he's playing in the pros. That's crazy.
Per game and was named to the All-Star team. And if that wasn't enough, he was a starter, a very rare and prestigious honor for a rookie. In addition to individual success, Magic helped the Lakers reach the finals after going.
I think another 2 people who did that was Jordan, and I think Shaq did as well. Maybe Yao Ming. I think Yao Ming did too. Correct me if I'm wrong down low.
60-22 in the regular season. Then when LA was up 3-2 in the series against the 76ers, Magic's running mate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was ruled out for Game 6 due to injury. People counted out the Lakers because of this. They had no faith in Magic, but Magic was used to overcoming tough times.
Yeah, this is where that never fear Magic is here comes in.
With his family counting on him, he had no choice but to rise to the occasion. He led the Lakers that night to a 123-107 win, as he put up one of the greatest stat lines in finals history. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists,
unbelievable,
3 steals.
Playing center.
He was named NBA Finals MVP, becoming the only rookie to ever do so.
How many other point guards in history do you know? Point guards that can go and play center and dominate like that. In the biggest stage in the NBA Finals, no less. When you're a rookie, like, talk about pressure. Man.
That sweet taste of victory didn't last long because Magic's second season in the league was one plagued by injury. He suffered torn cartilage in his left knee and was forced to miss 45 games. This didn't stop the Lakers from paying him, though. They recognized they had a one-of-a-kind talent in Magic, so they decided to give him a one-of-a-kind contract. The 2 parties agreed to a 25-year, $25 million contract.
Oh, man, I forgot about that. 25-year, $25 million. What the hell kind of a contract is that?
Which at the time is the highest paying contract in sports history.
Man.
Showtime. With a recovered knee and healthy bank account, it was time for Magic to lead LA back to the promised land. After a disappointing season in which they got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, Magic looked like himself again. He nearly averaged a triple-double with 18.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, 9.5 assists.
Shoot. Magic was doing that in the 80s. Set the tone for guys like Luka and now Jokic. Man, crazy he was doing it back then, though.
And a league-leading 2.7 steals per game that year.
Damn,
He also joined Wilt Chamberlain and Oscar Robertson as the only players to ever record 700 points, 700 rebounds, and 700 assists all in one season.
I'm realizing something already. I don't remember him being that well of a defender. I know he was a good team defender, but to walk away with, it was in college too. He's getting steals. He's getting a lot of freaking steals. So either he was a better defender than I remember, or he really knew how to read those passing lanes.
Thanks to Magic's stellar play, the Lakers found themselves back in the finals, where they would again knock off the 76ers in 6 games. After recording a series-clinching triple-double, Magic was named Finals MVP for a second time. But the following year, Philly would finally get their revenge on
Philly.
Magic and the Lake Show. They were again facing off in the finals, but things were different this time. The Lakers were riddled with injuries, with James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, and Norm Nixon all hurt in that series. We may call him Magic, but he couldn't take on the 76ers alone. Revenge became a recurring theme, as did the Lakers making the finals. After leading LA to a 3rd consecutive trip to the championship series, Magic ran into an old foe in Larry Bird.
Rematch.
Who in an epic 7-game series avenged his loss to Magic in the NCAA national title game. But this just made Magic hungrier to win more than ever. A year later, the Lakers ran into the Celtics in the finals again, winning this time in 6 games and reclaiming their throne, as Magic averaged 18.3 points and 14 assists per game in the series. After 4 straight finals appearances, the 85-86 season saw the Lakers fall in the conference finals, bringing an end to their impressive streak. The following season, with people wondering whether Magic was over the hill and the Lakers dynasty had come to a close, Magic averaged a career-high 23.9 points per game, while adding in 12.2 assists on his way to winning his first regular season MVP award. It wasn't just a regular season to remember for Magic.
That's insane. That was his first MVP, and he had a year where he was nearly putting up a 20-point triple-double.
His dominance extended into the postseason, where he showed he wasn't ready to give up his crown, as he added another title and Finals MVP award to his growing legacy. Magic then had enough championship rings to fill his hand. Magic would go on to make the finals in 2 of the following 3 seasons and bring home 2 more regular season league MVP awards. Hollywood ending. We thought Magic would continue to win awards and compete for titles for years to come, but then everything changed in an...
Dude, I know I'm old because I remember the morning I went downstairs and I popped on ESPN first thing, like I always did. And then I heard the news that Magic Johnson contracted the AIDS virus or the HIV virus. I didn't know what HIV was. Back then, we all thought he was going to die. Like we all thought he was going to die very soon. We didn't know. And the way they were treating it was like he's literally, this is goodbye to Magic. It was a wild time. I'll never forget that morning.
Instant. While undergoing a physical prior to the 91-92 season, it was discovered that Magic's life would change forever. He tested positive for HIV. In a press conference on November 7, 1991, Magic made the news public and announced that he would be immediately retiring from the NBA. The news transcended the sporting world. It was all people could focus on. More than a decade later in 2004, it was named ESPN's 7th most memorable moment of the previous 25 years.
It was like a funeral. That's how it felt. When he got up and he made that speech that he's retiring from the game of basketball due to contracting the HIV virus, like it felt like a funeral.
Even though Magic was retired, fans voted him as a starter for the 92 NBA All-Star Game. Magic picked up exactly where he left off, filling up the stat sheet with 25 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds.
They probably won't show it here, but in fact, all the players on the East, they were trading off defending him. Like they wanted one last chance to guard Magic. It was really cool seeing like Jordan do it and Isaiah do it and just getting passed around. That was a lot of fun.
His way to being named the game's MVP, being named a starter, demonstrated just how much fans and his fellow NBA peers respected him, and his performance proved just how good he was. The same should be said for his...
Okay, I don't know why you didn't show it. He hit the game-winning 3 as well. Like he had an ISO play with I think it was Isaiah Thomas guarding him, and he bombed a game-winning 3. It was magic.
Inclusion in the 92 U.S. Olympic basketball team roster, better known as the Dream Team. There was zero debating that Magic belonged on one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball teams of all time. Following a brief stint as coach of the Lakers, Magic unretired.
He breezed through the Olympics. Magic played hard in the Olympics. Like he was not messing around. This wasn't some sick man who was out there like getting charity time. No, he was busting ass out there.
And laced him up in the purple and gold one more time during the 95-96 season.
Oh yeah, he had gained a lot of weight at this time.
36, Magic made his impact on the court, averaging 14.6 points, 6.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game.
I want to look at that again. I believe he was playing power forward at this point too, because he lived in the paint or in the block. I'm sorry.
Magic made his impact on the court, averaging 14.6 points, 6.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game.
Hey man, he's still contributing.
32 appearances that season. He retired after the season ended, saying, "I'm going out on my own terms, something I couldn't say when I aborted a comeback in 1992.
What? I couldn't say when I aborted a comeback in 1992.
Comeback in 1992.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that way he got to walk away. He can't say he has regrets at that point, you know? I get it. He can't say what if.
Legacy. Magic's resume was about as lengthy as they come. He was a 5-time NBA champ, 3-time Finals MVP, 3-time regular season MVP, 12-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star Game MVP, and 9-time All-NBA first-teamer. Over his 13-year career, he led the Lakers to the finals a remarkable 9 times, while averaging
5 for 9. That works.
59 wins per season. Such sustained excellence is rare in any sport. But he didn't just rack up personal achievements and bring his team success. Magic transformed the way the game was played. At 6'9", he broke the mold of what was viewed as the ideal point guard, showing that position didn't have to be reserved for just the small guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Magic played a positionless type of basketball that was not normal back then, filling in wherever his team needed him. His combination of size, athleticism, and ability was unheard of. He paved the way for and inspired generations to come. Guys like LeBron James and LaMelo Ball. His fast-paced style and prevalence of flashy plays earned him and the Lakers the nickname of Showtime. To this day, Magic is still referred to as one of the best, if not the best, point guards the game of basketball has ever seen.
Yeah, he does still hold that title. I mean, there's an argument going out for Steph, but I want to reserve that argument if Steph wins another ring. You know, but nah, man, Magic was amazing, and the big what if thing is he had another let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 more seasons in the tank had he not contracted the HIV virus. So he's already in my top 5. Like he's phenomenal. He accomplished so much in so little time that there's no way I could ever leave him off the list like that, because some players play 21 seasons, you know, and still can't accomplish nearly what Magic did. But I always wonder what would have happened if Magic got to play a full career, because he was winning MVPs up until that point still. You know, he at that point, yeah, Michael Jordan was the best player in the league at that point, but the Lakers always had a decent team, and with his leadership, they could have won some more. At least they would have. They could have matched up against MJ a couple more times in the finals. But yeah, so like I said, this just covered the basics about Magic, which is good. Good to get a little refresher. I'm gonna do some more videos on him. Yeah, let me know what you think about this one. Leave the video a like if you could. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video, everyone. Peace out.